Objection! Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Ace Attorney Investigations, zusammen mit Cedric an diesem wunderbaren, schlimmen Tag für Miles Edgeworth.
Ich bin eine alte Frau.
Cedric ist eine alte Frau und wir schauen uns heute an, was sie so gewitnessed hat.
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say, unfortunately.
Was it unfortunately you tagged on at the end supposed to mean, Archie Poo?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
Little lady. Alles klar, es scheint nicht mehr so eine lange Testimony zu sein. Short break, okay. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Welche area? Hold it! You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average shows, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over there, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
And not over men.
It's alright, Archie Poo. Those two are just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest in an instant I laid eyes on them.
I wanna die. Okay. Hold it!
To stallion.
You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to go help the person that got shot?
I'm only one person who smarted like a brat. What could I have done? But I took off a suit.
Two men, one bullet. Sorry, I can't stand hearing you. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Klassiker.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we?
Wir gucken gerade beide gleich, das war ganz süß. Vater-Tochter.
Sie ist ja auch seine Assistentin, du.
Ja, über den Vater-Tochter-Moment. Well, it was somewhat useful. The testimony also presents us with a new problem. Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes.
So, about this new problem?
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
Is it a cock?
Yeah!
No, thank you.
Oh, don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like.
Is it a cock? What is that gadget you're holding?
A cock! What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless.
Don't be like that.
What the fuck?
What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm going to input the necessary information to run simulation now. Tastaturgeräusche.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
I'm in.
Once I'm done, I increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real, modern-day Robin Hood!
What? What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info inputted into Little Thief.
Little thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my theft. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see, Miss Oldbeck said that the two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Oh.
Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
It's super duper awesome. I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it somehow, even though you started really hard. You really catch on quick, Mr. Ashwood.
We both can talk. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got a little thief with me, so just let me know, okay?
Okay, honestly, das ist mega cool, oder?
Ja, aber wer ist nicht schlau, dass Emma auch mitmacht?
Die chillt ein bisschen hier da hinten. Was macht die denn?
Die ist Forensikerin. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science!
Okay, nevermind. Aber du kannst gar nichts. Okay, wir schauen uns mal die Leiche hier an. Den blauen Typen.
Der einfach auf den Boden gelegt hat.
According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but...
But if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Wie zum Teufel soll der Schuss gefallen sein? Huh, what? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here.
Achso, Blut. Oder? Nee.
Ich hätte einfach gesagt, weil
Ja.
der in den Bauch geschossen wurde und der auf dem Bauch
Ja.
liegt, so.
Ja.
Take
Nein.
that! This is the contradiction.
Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Also jetzt doch.
Oh.
Lol.
I get what's missing now. There's some blood on the ground here either, right?
Ich dachte nicht, dass sie in der Simulation das Blatt zeigen, deswegen. Right. The fact that there's no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Auntie Pooh, how can you doubt me like that?
Are you calling... Oh.
Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she... Why would you lie to me, baby? Would you lie to me? Oh, in that case, maybe there's another explanation for a distinct lack of blood. Okay. So viel dazu. Er liegt immer noch auf dem Bauch, wow.
Was ist mit dem Angreifer?
Was mit dem Angreifer? It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into the thief.
She has a point. Okay, so viel dazu.
Schlechte Technologie.
This
Oh.
stage. It looks like they broke the stage down.
Okay. I guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Okay, Badger Mobile nicht. Anscheinend.
Bestimmt liegt unter einem der Tücher liegt bestimmt ein Bluttuch.
What is this? Some sort of new attraction?
Okay. Kann ich hier
Gott
was
sei Dank.
präsentieren?
Oh nein.
Will ich hier was präsentieren, ist die Frage. Ich glaube nicht.
Ich glaube nicht.
Ich kann probieren mit der Logic jetzt hier was zu machen mit dem Stage was packed up and why is there no blood, I guess.
Ja. Und.
Fuck.
Ja.
Ach Mann, oh.
What is logic?
Das können wir nicht Gott machen.
Nee, sieht doch nicht gut aus.
Okay, wir brauchen noch irgendwas. Maybe, probably.
Können wir der Leiche was präsentieren? Ich weiß es nicht mehr.
Now I'm fairly convinced that the victim was killed here, but then why is there no blood? Must be some explanation for this contradiction. Perhaps I should go over all the information. Let's go it one more time.
Ich frage mich gerade, kannst du die Autopsieberichte an die Dings, an Emma präsenten.
Die
Macht das
Pause-
Sinn?
Du meinst das hier?
Ja.
Ich kann es probieren zumindest. Was das bringt, ist was anderes.
Aber das ist ihre Aufgabe.
Wäre schon weird, wenn sie für nichts hier ist, oder?
Scientifically calculating and thinking critically about this, then putting it in a way that transmits the feeling that I understand. Woo! Done! She makes it sound like she knows what she's talking about, but she really has no idea.
Admittedly, I'm slightly confused by what she just rattled off. Okay, keine Ahnung. Cool.
Immer noch so dafür kein Leben verloren.
Ja. Pink Badger wurde nicht gestohlen, ne?
Nee. Das ist der einzige, der nicht gestohlen war.
Genau. Also macht es eigentlich auch keinen Unterschied, wenn wir die Old Bag dazu was fragen.
Ja.
Why was there no blood here? Muss irgendwo anders ermordet sein oder in irgendwas drin gewesen sein, vielleicht im Badger-Mobil, aber... Ha.
Ja, dann kann der Oldbacks hier gar nicht gesehen haben. Wie soll das ja aufgefallen?
Ich frage sie mal über das Badger-Mobil.
Ja. Wir verlieren hier kein Leben dadurch.
Anscheinend nicht.
Go on, you poo, show me anything and I'll tell you about it.
Very well, what do you think about this?
It's nothing special.
Somehow I figured she'd say as much. Okay. Schade. Ansonsten sehe ich eigentlich auch nichts, was man irgendwie
Nee.
sollte.
Wir auch nicht.
Vielleicht erkennt sie Mr. Deacon? Okay, nein. Schade.
Ja, schade.
Es könnten Longshots sein, aber I guess, vielleicht war da kein Blut, weil er auch an den Kidnappern war, aber es ergibt auch nicht so viel Sinn.
Warum war der dann gestorben?
Weil er im Kostüm war. War nicht kein Blut.
Nee, oder?
Was anderes habe ich gerade nicht.
Ja doch.
Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume that there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stone costumes.
Then Mr. Deacon's blood will be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Ich habe endlich mal was verstanden in diesem Spiel. Now
Logik!
we could prove Logik, ich erkenne selbst auch, was es bringt. Now if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints? Kann ich Oldback einfach sagen?
Können wir
But the
Emma
problem
abholen?
is, but the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. What are those? Emma,
Hey,
gib
hey Emma,
deine
Leute.
Füße.
Um,
Emma, about that method that you were talking about for finding footprints.
Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can't find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Zoop. Do, 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 do.
Hey, I found something. Look, right here.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are laid out, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Nice. Welches?
Proto-Badger natürlich, hallo.
Oder der Blue oder der Bad Badger?
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters.
I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Das sieht irgendwie hilarious aus.
Ja, einfach everybody do the flop.
So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the
Finished,
recreation.
right?
Fuck you. I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
Ugh.
I came to the stadium to take a short break.
War das dasselbe?
Bisher schon.
Ja, ja, ja. Oh Gott sei Dank. Puh.
Ja. Ja. Okay, das ist das gleiche.
Gott sei Dank. So, does it mean that Miss Obeck's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Naturally, wenn sie einer im Kostüm ist, weiß nicht, dass es zwei Männer sind.
Ja.
Ja, was auch immer.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now, let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Obeck to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Schon gefunden, Natural, keine Sorge. Und ich sorge auch dafür, dass du so wenig reden musst, wie du musst, Cedric.
Danke, danke. Das ist sehr sozial von dir.
Kein Problem! Objection! Mir entgeht nichts, two men. How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time, wieso klingt aber besonders?
Ah!
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony.
Bei mir leckt's gerade ein bisschen.
Kannst du sehen?
Jetzt sehe ich hier was.
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it.
Das
Oh,
war
what
jetzt
the-
gerade übel die Miss Tenero Voice.
Ja.
I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using a phrase in a metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has the screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
Takashi seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage shadow.
Oh damn.
My sight isn't what it used to be, you know? Not like when I was young.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You've got it.
Woo.
So viel zu Investigation, nicht wahr?
Hier haben wir wieder volles Leben, hallo? Logic!
Ja, wir haben jetzt nur den Schatten, weil uns die Stage abgebaut wurde.
Ne, das ist doch ganz klar, gehört das zusammen. Keine Frage. Ich meine, haben wir neue Informationen zum Konzept?
Ich glaube nicht irgendwie, aber...
Wir haben neues Leben, also.
Damn, that's crazy, if that woman's testimony is to be believed. The murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay! Zum Glück habe ich IT studiert. Und weiß
Safe.
genau, wie das funktioniert.
Safe Call, die ist irgendwie Elon Musks Tochter oder so. Maybe not quite that one.
Hey, I think it's a little bit bugged.
There is clearly a Bethesda game.
Contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not
possible for the killer to sit here anyway.
because there was a very real stage set up in the spot at the time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
That's good for my ego, okay? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage naturally. Right, Miss Oldbeck? Da war die Schulter der Eingangspunkt und unten der Ausgangspunkt.
Yes, I remember now, the killer was standing on top of the stage.
Sicher haben wir nicht das Gegenteil
Keine Ahnung, ich weiß nicht was.
mitgehabt?
Keine Ahnung. See, now let me update the info in the simulation.
Vielen Dank für den Soundeffekt. This just got awful.
Okay. Und damit würde ich sagen, mit dem Auftritt von Lang beenden wir die Folge.
Alles klar. Ciao, bis zum nächsten Mal.
Ciao!